Good morning, Group 3. This is Mrs. Nelson, and I am going to be just needing you to grab a whiteboard marker and have some sort of whiteboard in front of you. Probably easiest if you have pencil paper. Doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and get this going here. Okay, so Group 3, I'm going to be showing you expanded form alongside of the normal standard algorithm because some of you aren't understanding a couple of different things. Alright, so let's write this problem out. We're going to start with addition. Okay. So then we're saying we have 300 plus 20 plus 9, and we're going to add to that 124. Alright. So I have the 9 plus the 4. That 9 plus the 4 is going to be 13. But what you're saying then is that, so this is 13, but what you're saying, if you look at it, is this 10 and this 10, they're the same thing. So 20 plus 20 equals 10. That's what you're saying. That's not true. That's just so not true. So this 10 has to get carried up here, okay? So that you would have to erase it and carry it up there. This 10, this guy up here, he can't be there, so you have to carry him up here as well. Okay, so now you can add. So now I have 2 plus 2 is 5. Okay, 20 plus 20 plus 10 is 50. That works. Okay, and then I have over here 300 plus 100, which is 400. And this is the same. That's expanded form. Okay. I don't expect you to write the expanded form, but if it makes more sense to you, for now, yeah, it makes more sense. All right, here we go. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 8. We're going to add that. 800 plus 70 plus 4 over here. 300 plus 20 plus 8. Okay. Alright, so we have 4 plus 8. 4 plus 8 is going to be 12. So we're going to have it 12 right here, and then you're going to have 12. So again, that does not work. That does not work. Because what you're saying is the 7 plus the 2 equals 10. 7 plus 2 equals 10. No, that has to get carried up here. This has to get carried up here. So now, you can add this column. So, 8 plus 2 is 10. 80 plus 2 is 10. 80 plus 20 is 10. 70, 80, 90, 100. So that's really 100. So when you write 100 here, you go 0, and then you have one group of 100. And then, so you have 10 over here because you're saying that that's 7 plus 2 is 8 is 10. And that doesn't work. Okay? That just does not work. So this guy has to get carried, this dude here has to get carried above. So to make this work, he has to get carried up here. This guy has to get carried up here. And now you have 9 plus 3. Or 90, 900 plus 300 is going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this will be 12 or 1,200. And remember this, this will become 8, 12. So you can put that here, carry this guy over here, and drop him down because this is really 0 over here. This guy here, if you looked at him in expanded form, I would actually have to redo that. And he's going to really be written like this. So, that's going to be 2 plus, 200, so there's, oopsies. There, 200 plus the 1,000 over here, because I'm actually going to carry 1,000 over here, plus the 0. That's really what that's showing. Alright, we gotta get on with subtraction. Alright, I have, I'm going to write this out because you're group 3, so you'll be working with 4-digit numbers. 2, 1,000 minus nothing, or excuse me, plus 40 plus 1 minus 1, 2, 5, 2. So 1,000 over here, 200 over here, 50 over here, and 2 over there. Okay, so I expanded this out because this might make a little more sense to some of you. So these two problems are the same. So if I'm looking at just this right here, and I can only do one number at a time, 2, and I have to give you $2, does not work. So I have to go over here and I have to borrow, and the 1 does not stay a 1 anymore. So if I borrow one group of 10, this becomes 30, or 30. I'm going to scoop this down just a little. 30. 30. And then I add that 10 to the 1, so that becomes 13. And then this becomes 13. So 13 minus 2 is going to be 9. Okay? And then I'm going to say, well, 3 minus 5, or 30 minus 5. I can't do it, so I cannot do that, so I'm going to have to go and borrow. But there's nothing to borrow. I have 0 in the hundreds place. That's awful. So now I'm going to have to do what's known as a double borrow. So I'm going to borrow. Take one group of 1,000 from this, so that turns into a 1. This becomes 1,000. Okay, and then I take it and I put that 1 next to the 0, it becomes 10. This actually becomes, here, 10 tens, because this is what that says. 10 tens actually becomes the 1,000, because I took the 1,000, borrowed 1,000, and plopped it over, and turned it into 10 tens. So now I have 1,000, $1,000 in my hundreds. So then I can now take and borrow against that. So I can borrow, and then it becomes 9, and this becomes 900, and this becomes 130 over here, or 13. I change it. These are called double borrows, ladies and gentlemen. These are a little more complicated. So 130 minus 50 becomes 70, because 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 7. So you have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. Let's see here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I was off one. That was my bad. It's 80. Haha. This will be 8. 9 take away 2 is going to be 7. So this will be 700, because 900 minus 200. And then 1,000 minus 1,000 is going to be 0. And that'll be nothing. So 789. One more problem, because this one's going to be trickier. It won't be quite as complicated as the double borrows. All right. Please write this out. Okay, subtraction. All right, looking here. I have $4 and I have to give somebody 5. I can't do it, so I have to borrow. And when I borrow, this becomes a 1. This becomes a 10. I add that 10 to the 4. It becomes 14. This becomes 14. This becomes 9. I have 10 minus 60. $10 minus $60 can't do it. I have to come over here and borrow. This becomes, I borrow that 100, put the 1 group next to the 1, it becomes 110 or 11. So 110 minus 60 becomes 50. That becomes 5, because 11 minus 6 is 5. I have nothing here, so if I have nothing and I take nothing, that's still nothing. And then 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, questions, concerns? I will be pulling you in a group. See you soon.